All right, we're doing it again, mother truckers. My mic was not working, but you know how it be. We're gonna get right into things. First things first, slurpity slurp. Yum. Not sponsored by LaCroix, but gosh dang, that thing hits at the end of the day. Shoot. I wanted to give you a little update on a couple different things in my life, and we're not going to be distracted by a crazy weekend where like we're going whale watching, we're going to a race weekend. This is just you and me, the shouties and that sheep. So this is another short one we got for you, another shouty. Um, but yeah, so first things first. Some of you have been asking, and this is on the side. Charity. Where am I at with the charity? Well, we did launch the campaign on my personal thingy-mabobber and on my personal Instagram. And this is what I drew. I drew that and basically said, hey, look, I'm going to be selling some of my sketches. If you want to buy them, go through it and let me know. So they got to me. There's a couple different people that reached out for different bids of different sketches, and well, turns out that yeah, we got $200 for charity out of the $4,000. So I will fill in that little bar graph a little bit. $200. Which is great. I mean, really did not expect to get $200 just by asking once on my Instagram story. So that is huge. Next up, we've been skipping a couple days of the drawing. I'll show you today's, and then I'll show you a couple others. This one I learned from that book, the 15-minute sketches. I did kind of trace it. I kind of cheated. Yes, I know. It's unfortunate, but you got to do what you got to do. I did some other sketching that really just was a lot of practice in the mirroring field. Basically, I was trying to mirror on from one plane to another plane, and I cannot seem to find it. But I've been struggling. Oh yeah, here we go. So I've been struggling with this. You can see on this other side, I'm trying to basically mirror it against this. It's actually probably better to see it. Trying to mirror this box off of that plane. So pretend that that's a 3D plane. Then you have this rectangle here. And then you try to mirror it on the other side of that plane. For lack of better terms, it is nearly impossible. Some other things that I worked on while you guys were away from my drawing, I drew some feathers. Yay, Feathers Day. And I just did some more sketching of random stuff, just practicing, doing a bunch of dilly-dallying. I think I've already showed you this one, but it's really just not good stuff. But let's get into the meat and potatoes, because you want to hear something crazy? I freaking got onto the thing that I shouted out, and the whole reason for this page altogether, which is huge. It's huge. So let us go into it, because Ryan 3000, it's one Minecraft every day, one Minecraft day every day for a year. And he's a real one. Real recognizes real. So let's get right into this. We're going to do a live reaction because I've seen it, but y'all haven't seen it.
Week number 9. However, look at this caption. My dad will get Eat Your Joyride tattoo if you name chicken of the week for me and my brother.
So this was the chicken of the week.
Okay.
Every week he
Listen,
does
look at this.
a chicken of the week. And
their dad did it. That says Eat Your
Ryan
Joyride
3000,
upside down, just like my tattoo. Can you believe that?
Viewers on YouTube.
Oh my
and
gosh.
This is his side project.
With that being
channel.
said, chicken of the week number 10 is Asher. I absolutely loved this post in the Ryan 3000 community.
Just
okay?
Enjoy it.
Look, just read it. I started doing a daily vlog to improve my storytelling ability. I'm trying to have a low barrier of entry by doing no edits just like Ryan 3000. Genius. You inspired me to keep going and to do something every day to get better. 21 minutes every day is all it takes. I was a chicken since
21 minutes
99K
is
on my
all
other
it takes.
account. Sub 100K, let's go.
You.
Asher is running, rock climbing, and drawing. This is just awesome. Signed up for the NYC Marathon for charity. Learn parkour. This is incredible. This is what it's all about. I absolutely love it. I love the mindset. You know,
I love
21
you.
minutes a day can make
God
all the
dang.
difference because it's true. It's absolutely true.
And he's on a train. He's barely
And
even
Asher,
surviving here.
you, my friend, are chicken of the week number 10.
Dang.
Just know that this name tag is expensive, okay? Just know that.
Oh man.
It looks
Buck.
It looks like this chicken can't escape.
I will never escape you, Ryan. God
There
dang.
you go. Look at that.
I'm so cute. I'm like a little baby.
I think all 3 chickens of the week will reside in here because this is a cool area.
Okay. Anyways, so that's huge. Let's just say that is freaking awesome, Ryan. I love you, man. That was crazy. It's huge at what you're doing, and like, you know, real recognizes real. I think that this is something that I was always kind of nervous to do, and you know, just seeing you, as simple as just doing Minecraft every day is something like, if you just do it every day, keep your mind to it, eventually something will happen because you'll get better at it. And even if I don't get any success out of this, which is not really what I'm looking for anyways, you know, there is like a benefit for me figuring out a story every day and to keep my mind active and creative every day, and be with my shouties, but more especially be with my future self and to understand myself a little bit better every day. And shouties, that's why I'm doing it. I'm really just doing it because at some point I'm going to be old and saggy, and I want to be able to relive these days, because there's not going to be every day where I'm living in California. There's not going to be every day when I can run as much as I want. There's not going to be days where I can rock climb as frequently as I do, because you know, life hits and life changes and things change, and you know, that's something that, you know, if I have the time now, I should make it into my time, figure out how to make the storytelling, putting in my reps now. And sometimes you're gonna not have an exciting day, and I want to see those days too when I reflect on this. And hopefully, you guys can learn something as I'm learning something myself. Uh, Another crazy thing. So since we're gonna talk about, you know, people who inspire me, Casey Neistat just released a new um, video today, which his was about navigating the matrix is his whole thing. But I want to talk a little bit about it, so that we're going to go straight into his main point. And I do kind of want to talk about it myself, because I don't know if I necessarily, I mean, I agree with like his central point, but I don't necessarily agree with this productivity matrix. I mean, okay, so his whole theory behind this is really like, you can be unproductive versus productive, and this is going to be a Cartesian like plane axis. So this is basically negative, positive, positive, negative. So what you want to do, what you don't want to do, what's productive, what's unproductive. And so he breaks it up into these subcategories. Okay, if I want to do it but it's unproductive, then it's going to go up in this red one, not good. If I want to do it and it's productive, that's that. Making videos or whatever you want to do to be productive for me at my job would be like, I want to design some fixture, or I want to produce some mechanical design, or I want to do some analysis, I want to do some data visualization dashboards. That would be productive and want to do. Productive and don't want to do is work calls, emails, is what he says. In general, he's saying like, this is my day. Like, he's like, he starts the whole video with basically saying, hey, this is my day, this is what I do. And then he ends it by saying, this is my day. And he's trying to say, okay, in my day, I do all of these things, but I want to stay in those green ones and the blue ones. And he wants to stay away from these ones, and he doesn't want to do these. But often these can make you feel productive. So I just don't think you should think of your life as productive versus not productive. Sometimes I think it's okay to not be productive, because there's a lot of things that you can learn from being not productive. And like, failing, you could say, is unproductive, but you actually are learning from those failures. So that's my critical point on his storytelling here. And I have nowhere like, I mean, he's one of the best like storytellers out there. But I will say that that is my critical point to his analysis of life, of his daily life, um, because you know oftentimes we as humans, but humans in America in a capitalistic society feel that productivity is going to be the number one thing that you're trying to do. And productivity is good if you want to make progress, if you want to fulfill a task and you want to be producing something. But sometimes you don't want to have to produce. Like I mean I think creating isn't necessarily producing. I think creating can also mean avoiding it. I'm not saying creating is bad, just saying it can be avoidance of looking into yourself. It could also be productive. You can create something and it produces an idea out into the world and gives people perspective into what you're thinking. But I also think like art isn't innately productive. Is an example of that. So when he's saying like edit YouTube videos, I can understand why that's productive because you have to produce something at the end. But the act of making a YouTube video or making a creative piece might not be productive. Like maybe he doesn't want to sell it. Like I don't know. I don't like the idea of boiling down life into productive and unproductive. But I do agree that if you want to feel fulfilled, and you get that from being productive, then that can be the way that you do it. Um, but I also think like sometimes you need that time with video games. Like I don't think that's unproductive. I don't know. Maybe let me know what your comments are. You can check out this video here, Casey Neistat, Navigating the Matrix. A couple other things that I wanted to go into since you guys saw, well, some of you saw my parkour video. One of my biggest inspirations is Storor. They also just released something today. But Storor is a parkour group from the UK, from I believe Brighton. They do a lot more challenges nowadays, but back in the day, they used to do a lot more like urban exploring slash like parkour. Love these guys. They have made a career out of this. 15 years, I think they're going strong. They started really young, and now they're a lot older. A lot, 15 years older. But they're still doing it. They're still doing parkour, and they were like I want to say they were like late teens, early 20s when they first started, and now they're like 35 ish, 35, 36. So huge to these guys. They're big ups on them. And oh yeah, I can't, I'm not even showing. But yeah, so this is them here. Studor. Yeah, so they have like Escape the Room. They have the Straight Line Challenge. They did this new one with going around Brighton with like some famous parkour artists. And then yeah, a lot of them are challenges now. I think just because they get striked on YouTube a lot. So that is that. Oh, okay. Did I show the Matrix for Casey Neistat? I don't know if I showed this, so hopefully I did.
Oh, I still.
But I mean, so this is what it was here, by the way. Want to do productive, don't want to do unproductive. And he's just saying like this is
So that
and
the studio no.
Dang, I wanted to show the. I just had it up and I just realized you guys couldn't see it. That's okay though. Shoot. He is amazing at storytelling, and he does put a lot of time into his edits, which I can definitely appreciate. I used to put a ton of time into edits. Yeah, so here you go. This is better. So yeah, want to do, don't want to do, unproductive, productive. I think, just let me know in the comments what you think of this, because I do think it's interesting enough that, you know, he had to make a story about it, but I think there's a little more to the story he could unravel. I think that he could have gone a bit further. But yeah, I don't really use this too much. This one, you can see my only subscription is Ryan 3000. But Camping with Steve is another big like guy that influences me quite a lot. Camping with Steve, he's one of the, if not the best camping YouTubers I think ever. I mean, first of all, he's hilarious. He goes and he does these like stealth camping where he basically will go to some. It's almost like he's homeless for a little bit, but he'll go to like a roundabout and he will go and camp out there for one night, or he'll go into this fake bear trap and go camping inside of this, or he'll be a disguised musician. So it's like, I love this man, and he has such a tragic story, which is so unfortunate. But he, his wife passed away, like when he first was starting his YouTube channel, and then his best friend, crazy neighbor, also passed away. So he's gone through it, but he's based out of Canada, and I love a Canadian. Um, yeah, I'll give him another subscribe right there. I mean, I love this guy. Genuinely, he's amazing. Um, anyways, other than that, I mean, that's pretty much life. I was debating if I was gonna do Karen again. So if you guys want to see me play Karen sometime this next week, I'm happy to do so. If not, let me know in the comments. I will do whatever you say. And I'm tried and true to my promise. I owe a burrito to number 100. And we have our first subscriber. Yay! I don't know who it is. It's not Neha. I wish it was Neha, but it was not. The second subscriber was me. It was me from my other account. Yeah. So I have 2 subscribers, but one is me, so I really have 1 subscriber. But every day is a challenge, and I'm not doing it for the subs. I'm doing it for me. But if you want to, take a look at Ryan 3000's my new pet, which I guess is low key me. You can check that out. He shouts me out there. I did a post mainly because I have to give tribute to the man that started it all. So Ryan definitely, I think, is really amazing at storytelling, and he is kind of changing the way YouTube creates storytelling, and somehow is managing to keep it seemingly like a one-person crew. I do know he has like editors, but it feels still very genuine and still very much just him. And I think that's pretty interesting and dynamic. Whereas I feel like a lot of other YouTubers are not on the same level, where they're more focused on like the heavy editing and on how many views can we get at any stake at any cost. And I just don't think that that's like I don't think that's going to go very far, especially with AI in the next portion. And that's why I want to build this channel into something that I think is like before like YouTube from before, and is something that is raw. There's something interesting about something that is raw and true and human, and we will be missing that, especially once we get deeper and deeper into the AI revolution. And we are in it. Like, it's happening right now. It's very much feels like the .com era, except with so much uncharted territory with AI. And I mean, I think my AI doc video came out today. So yeah, definitely check that out if you want to see. I can put it in the little eye icon. But that is like one of the reasons why I'm also really trying to make sure that this feels real and genuine, and that you're here with me, I'm with you, and my shouties mean everything. So thank you for spending 21 minutes. If you made it this far, you are a real one. Most of y'all never do. I see the retention, mate, but one day you will. And so I appreciate that you spent this time with me. 21 minutes is all it takes every day of my life. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. So have a good one. Peace out. I'll do one more slurp for the road. Why not? That was a big slurp. Peace out. Bye. Bye.